Welcome to the Rooted Wild podcast, where we explore the connection between nature, creativity, and healing. I'm Katherine Winkles, a certified therapeutic recreation specialist, and I help people reconnect with themselves and the natural world through restorative, evidence-based recreation practices. If you've ever wondered what recreation therapy actually is, or how time outdoors, mindful play, and creativity can support your long-term wellness, today's episode is the perfect place to start. I first discovered recreation therapy while managing my fibromyalgia, and then while working in behavioral health settings like inpatient and outpatient psychiatric care units, places where people were often overwhelmed, exhausted, or trying to rebuild their sense of self. What stood out to me was that people didn't just need to talk about their stress. They needed experiences that helped them remember who they were beyond the stress. Moments of movement, laughter, art, or time outdoors often created a spark, a sense of agency, calm, or hope. And that's when I realized healing happens not only in the mind, but through the body and the environments we engage in. So, what exactly is recreation therapy? According to the American Therapeutic Recreation Association, recreation therapy, also known as therapeutic recreation, is a systematic process that utilizes recreation and other activity-based interventions to address the assessed needs of individuals with illnesses and/or disabling conditions as a means to psychological and physical health, recovery, and well-being. And the National Council for Therapeutic Recreation Certification, which credentials certified therapeutic recreation specialists like myself, defines it as a profession that uses recreation and other activity-based interventions to improve the functioning and independence of individuals and to reduce or eliminate the effects of illness or disability. That's a lot of words, so let's break it down. At its core, recreation therapy is about using meaningful activities, things that bring joy, curiosity, or purpose, as a clinical tool for change. It is evidence-based, goal-directed, and person-centered. It doesn't just fill time, it helps people build skills, reduce stress, strengthen coping strategies, and reconnect with what makes life meaningful. Now, we know from research in psychology and neuroscience that leisure and play stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt. Play and recreation activate dopamine and serotonin pathways that reduce pain, lower cortisol, and improve emotional regulation. In short, when you're engaged, moving, creating, or connecting, your body and mind are literally reorganizing towards balance. But in modern life, we often lose that balance. We stay in go mode, rarely pause, and forget to play, which is essential for recovery and stress relief. Now that's where self-guided recreation therapy comes in. Simple, accessible ways to restore your sense of joy, curiosity, and presence without needing fancy equipment or a clinical setting. For example, stepping outside for a 5-minute sensory check-in can lower blood pressure. Drawing, gardening, or taking photos outdoors can help express emotion and reconnect with meaning. I am personally a big fan of taking pictures of snails in my backyard, just taking a couple minutes to go outside, recenter if I'm particularly angry. I find that can be really helpful. Even walking with mindful awareness, feeling your feet, noticing the air, observing the colors around you, becomes a therapeutic act. Now, this is the essence of Rooted Wild and Wild Mind Retreats, helping people bring therapeutic recreation into everyday life through both guided and self-guided experiences. Let's talk about nature. There's growing evidence that time in nature, even brief exposure, can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and enhance immune function. This field, sometimes called ecotherapy or nature-based therapy, is a natural companion to recreation therapy. When you step outside, your nervous system begins to shift from sympathetic, fight or flight, to parasympathetic, rest and digest. Your heart rate steadies, your breath deepens, and your sensory system recalibrates. You don't have to go on a grand adventure to access this. It can be as simple as sitting on your porch, noticing the way the sunlight moves across your skin, or listening to the sound of wind in the trees. The act of intention, that moment of grounding, is healing in itself. So, let's try a brief exercise together. If you're driving, just listen. But if you're able to find a comfortable seated position, maybe near a window or outside if you can, take a deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Now, gently bring your attention to your senses, one at a time. What are 5 things you can see? Four things you can feel. Maybe it's your feet on the floor, your breath in your chest, the fabric against your skin. Now, 3 things that you can hear. Two things that you can smell now. And finally, 1 thing you can taste or sense in your mouth. Notice how your awareness begins to settle. Your thoughts slow, and your body feels more grounded. This is one of the simplest and most effective tools in recreation therapy, using sensory grounding to bring yourself fully into the present moment. When we practice this regularly, even for a few minutes a day, we train our nervous system to regulate more quickly and return to balance. That's the foundation of long-term resilience and wellness. Recreation therapy isn't just for clinical programs or hospitals. It's a framework anyone can draw from, practiced by certified practitioners, of course, and a reminder that leisure isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental part of health. By intentionally weaving play, creativity, and nature into your daily life, you strengthen your ability to cope with stress, connect with others, and experience joy, all of which contribute to better mental and physical outcomes. At Rooted Wild, my mission is to make these tools accessible for everyone through education, nature-based activities, and creative digital toolkits designed to help you take charge of your own healing. We also have a blog available now through the website and our lovely podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Rooted Wild podcast. If this episode inspired you to pause, breathe, or see your wellness in a new way, I'd love to hear from you. You can explore our self-guided resources and nature-based toolkits at rootedwildretreats.com, where you can find more information on this topic on the blog for Wild Mind Publications, or connect with me on Instagram at rooted_wild_retreats for daily inspiration on living more grounded, creative, and connected to the natural world. Until next time, take a moment today to step outside, take a breath, and remember, you're already a part of something so much greater, and nature is always here to support your healing. Stay wild.